me tell you something, brother.
Hulk Hogan met with a chorus of boos from pro wrestling's biggest fans.
You, the fans, have been my greatest tag team partner because you guys have stuck with me through thick and thin, dudes.
Hulkamania will live forever, man.
But in 2025, the Hulkster's more heel than hero inside the packed Intuit Dome in Los Angeles. As Monday Night Raw debuts on Netflix with WWE Star Power. This record-breaking crowd standing united against a controversial wrestler.
You know something, maniacs? I've been in this business for over 40 years, and the greatest part of my life was being part of this great WWE, guys.
It's gonna be so crazy, and we just can't wait for everyone to watch us.
Yeah, everyone watching and some booing.
So what you gonna do when the WWE and Netflix runs wild on you, maniacs?
That was Entertainment Tonight, covering the controversial reaction to the Hulkster at Monday Night Raw. Controversial, maybe, perhaps. Hulk has had a long, hard road to redemption since uttering racist nonsense about 9 years ago now. 9 years ago, according to all the YouTube videos. I did some digging, went back and drudged everything up, because as all this has been going on the internet, I still see people say, why do people hate Hulk Hogan so much? You know, there's a lot of people that still look up to the Hulkster. He's still their childhood hero. He's still an American icon. He's still the immortal Hulkster, Hulkamania, running wild in the hearts of everybody. I gotta tell you, I have tried my best to, I always do. As a principle, I have, ever since Michael Jackson did or did not diddle little kids, I don't know. Ever since then, I've always been really good at separating the art from the artist, right? I can bump Billie Jean and Thriller and Beat It and Smooth Criminal, and I don't need to really think about whether Michael Jackson was diddling little kids or something. I don't want to think about that shit. The music's good. Let's leave it at that. Can we do that? So for Hulk Hogan, all the stupid shit that he has said over the years, and we will cover some of that here, just to kind of catch you guys up to speed, I have made my best efforts to be like, you know, this is 80s, this is Americana, this is my childhood. You know, he said some stupid shit, yes, but, you know, we can't just ignore his whole entire history, you know, and the impact that he has had on professional wrestling and on our childhood. But, you know, there comes a point where separating the art from the artist kind of just becomes impossible at this point. Now, some people, and that seems to be the case with Hulk Hogan, because the fans just will not forgive him. They will not let it go. Now, some people have said, it's, you know, it's not so much the racist stuff. It's because he's out, you know, doing political campaigns for Trump and that sort of thing. You know, they were in California, so you do have to throw that on the table to a certain extent, right? You know, California is a very liberal state, very blue. Well, I mean, turned a little bit red, didn't it? But so did the whole country. But you know, if you think of a blue state, California will come to mind, and those people might still be pretty salty. But you know, The Undertaker had Trump on his podcast, and when he came out, he got a huge pop. Logan Paul, well, he always gets booed, so it is what it is. So I don't think it's as much the Trump stuff as it is the racist stuff. Hulk's been a racist, and he's never really apologized for it. If you're wondering what exactly has he said that is racist, well, I do have a couple clips here for you. So let's go ahead and pull these up. These were what I was able to find. I do apologize for the audio quality on this first one. It was clearly recorded on a potato. Apparently back 9 years ago, they did not have actual audio recording technology at the time. So this was a new fancy dangled technology that they broke out. It's hard to make out, but there are words. There's text, subtext, whatever. I'll try to clean it up a little bit. Let's go ahead and take a listen to this recorded phone call of Hulk Hogan really giving his thoughts about the type of men that his daughter hangs out with.
Yeah, billionaire guy. Cecil, basically did more for her a year than anybody's done. Okay, he had one song after 10 months that she wrote five, still. Momentum, but I try to be the realist, and this is your option. You got a better option. Said you can get signed with fucking. He's going to put $500 million behind you, but right now there's nothing else. We're doing the best we can here. So it gets to the point where I was broke as fuck in the black and son. We've been hanging out. I got hold hands together on the tour. They're getting close. I was more out doing stuff. Okay. I'm not a double standard type guy. I'm racist to a point. Yeah. Fucking there's then when it comes to nice people, we all are that way. But when it comes to nice people, you can't say. I don't give a fuck shit. I don't care if fucking football, fucking basketball player to have a game. If we're gonna fuck with beggars, let's get a rich one.
So in his own words, he's racist to a point. He's not full-blown racist. He's not hanging black people in his front yard or anything crazy like that. I don't go to Ku Klux Klan rallies. I just, don't want my daughter banging those type of people with explicit verbiage behind it. I just don't like that kind of stuff. I'm not full-blown racist. Just don't stick your dirty little meat in my daughter. Well, that was one clip, and then here's another one of him I don't know if he just felt comfortable because he's appears to be being interviewed by a black man of some kind. I don't know what show this was on, but this was another clip of Hogan just throwing the word around because that's just what you do, because that's what the bros call them. Check out this clip.
You've been saying brother for years. Any black guy ever said, yo, you my nigga? Like, you my nigga, Hulk?
Well, Booker T used to do that to me on TV.
Yeah.
And every time I pull up YouTube, there's that famous thing that Booker T, when his brother was there, and they're all talking trash. Booker T goes, "I'm coming for you, Hogan, you nigger," and not nigga. He goes nigger. I mean, it's like, and it's still so cool because the whole time I was down in Miami, when I lived there, everybody, like I walk in the booth and all of a sudden I bump into this guy in the games in the booth. It's all black, and he's got his BlackBerry, and I bump into him, and he goes, "What's up, nigga?" And I said, "Oh, dude, excuse me, bro." He goes, "No, it's all cool," And everybody down there, Lil Wayne, Birdman, everybody, they're all, calling me nigga, and I'm like, and then I started saying it, and I always said it, but now all of a sudden I get heat when I say it, and they say, "Hogan, you can't say that." I said, "Well, why can't they say it to me then?" It's like,
for those of you keeping track, that was a hard R followed by a softer, with an A instead of an R. He's lightening up. He's not a full-blown racist, He doesn't go to Klan rallies. He just a little bit. Just a healthy amount of racism. Nothing too crazy or nothing. You did hear him mention Booker T in that infamous promo where Booker T called Hulk Hogan the N-word.
We take what we want, and after we take Lex Luger and the Giant, we want the gold sucker. Hulk Hogan, we coming for you, nigga.
I should point out for the record, Stevie Ray...
Which will forever live in infamy, but I don't think that was I don't think that's what you should have taken from that, Hulkster. I don't think that's supposed to be meant to be, I'm allowed to use that word now. Booker T did try to defend him a little bit to Hulk's defense. Check out this clip.
People labeled Hulk Hogan a racist when that happened, not when that happened, but when he made his comments and whatnot, people label him a racist. And I say, you normally know a racist by the people that they hang with, their friends. You normally know a racist by, their kids, and I said at that moment when I said that about Hulk Hogan, I said, man, that was a moment right there for Hulk Hogan if he was a racist. I said, a racist would have said, man, I'm finna get this sucker fired. I'm gonna do my best to get him out of here. A racist would have said, man, I'm gonna have him working for me now. That's what a racist would have did. But I asked Hulk Hogan, why didn't he get me fired? Why didn't he go to the office and lobby to get me out of there? And he goes, it was like he was in shock. He was like, brother, I heard that word, many times, and so it wasn't anything. He said, and most of all, I wouldn't go and try to get another one of the wrestlers fired. As well as the following day in catering, it's crazy. Macho Man Savage, Hulk Hogan, my brother and myself, we're in catering, and Macho Man Savage sees Hulk Hogan. He says, Hulk, what do you think about Booker T calling you the N-word? And Hulk Hogan goes, well, if I'm an N-word, I'm a good N-word. And that was it.
But as we know, there really is no defending that type of rhetoric, because it wasn't just, it's a joke, I'm joking around with my friends. There was some vitriol there, right? I mean, we've all dropped in the soft, a soft A while we're singing along to our favorite rap song. For example, I mean, you cannot rap an NWA song without dropping an N-bomb or two. But, that's in the privacy of your own car, and you're not really being racist. You're getting hype. That's different. It's different. Well, fucking tell me you haven't done it. You don't pause. You don't skip that word when it comes up in your favorite rap song. But it's different. It's different. Hogan's out here dropping hard R's, and he's saying it with vitriol. Like, I don't like these people. I don't want these people around my daughter. That's the problem. And he never really apologized for it. He tried a little bit. Here's Hulk Hogan on a talk show trying to be sympathetic, I guess.
The National Enquirer reports that Hogan used racial slurs in audio secretly recorded.
I was at the lowest point of my life. My personal life was destroyed. I was very mad at my daughter. I was upset over a situation that happened between her and her boyfriend, and I had no idea I was being taped. I was to the point where I wanted to kill myself. I sat in my bathroom by myself when my ex-wife was gone and the kids were gone, and I was completely broken and destroyed, and I said, what's the easiest way out of this? I mean, I was lost.
You were suicidal.
Yes, I was.
But according to the National Enquirer, he refers to his daughter's then boyfriend using the N-word.
Do you have any personal preference who ethnically your daughter dates?
No, I don't. Actually, the guy my daughter was dating, I liked him a lot. I'd known him for quite a while. And I was very mad at a personal situation that happened with my daughter.
Are you a racist?
No, I'm not. I'm not a racist. I never should have said what I said. It was wrong. I'm embarrassed by it. But a lot of people need to realize that you inherit things from your environment. And where I grew up was South Tampa, Port Tampa, and it was a really rough neighborhood, very low income. And all my friends, we greeted each other saying that word. We teased each other with that word. The word was just thrown around like it was nothing.
Is it fair to say that you inherited a racial bias?
I would say that is very fair, but you can break the cycle.
Oh, you grew up on it? Oh, well, then it's fine. If you grew up around it and that's just what everybody in the neighborhood said all the time, then psh. Now, look, Hulk Hogan is an old-ass man. Back in the day when he was growing up, that might have been the case, but that's not an excuse to just, go around and drop N-bombs everywhere you go. Unless you're singing NWA, I don't want to hear it coming out of your mouth. Period. What's your favorite NWA song? It's got to be fuck the police, right? Fuck the police coming straight from the underground. See, you can't even finish that line, racist. But I'm going to hell. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Hulk Hogan did make another public statement about this. In fact, on the Pat McAfee show, he came out and he had a response, a reaction to the fans booing him out of the building on Monday Night Raw. Here's what the Hulkster had to say on the Pat McAfee show, of all places.
I am getting a heads up that one of the stars of last night's show is actually doing a live press conference. Let's head over to that right now. I believe Hulk Hogan is doing a live press conference to address everything that happened last night.
Hello and welcome to this press conference that I've called the day after arguably the greatest day in my professional career. Last night, tens and tens and tens and tens and tens of millions of people watched the Hulkster bring the house down on WWE Raw to usher in the Netflix era in the Intuit Dome. It's the greatest night of my life. With that, I'd like to open it up to a couple questions.
That's good, press conference.
Hi, Mr. Hulkster. This is Peter Penz from the Mark Times.
Yeah, I can tell you look like a Mark, son.
Thank you. I appreciate that, I guess. Booing was actually trending on X last night. I wasn't sure if you had any comments about the almost negative opening that you received when you were out on the stage, sir. Thank you.
Well, yeah, if you think those were boos, I can tell you're a fucking mark, okay? I've been doing this a long time, kid, and you get used to the Hulk Hogan. Now, I will admit, I heard a couple boos smattered across the crowd, and I'll be honest, I had no idea the people in L.A. hated Jimmy Hart the way they did. They took one look at him with his stringy hair, stupid sunglasses, and the way he was half-assed waving that flag around, and I should have expected it. Those liberal marks out there can't stand a MAGA champion like the Hulkster. But again, they weren't booing the Hulkster. They were booing Jimmy Hart. Everybody loves the Hulkster, dude.
He's right. If you believe that, you're a fucking mark, brother. Oh, that was classic. That was funny as fuck. I love it. I love Pat McAfee so much. I love that he has the balls to work for WWE and then just go on his show the next day and do this skit. Fucking hilarious. But Hulk Hogan's team did put out an actual statement. Let me go ahead and transfer over to the Twitter and pull that up. This here from the Daily Mail. A source exclusively told us, did Hulk Hogan think he was going to be cheered? Especially bringing out Jimmy Hart, who everyone likes, and who was also waving the American flag at the time? I don't know how popular the American flag is, to be honest with you. I wouldn't say that. That is a resounding yes. Yes, we did think we'd be cheered. So when he came out, got booed, and then went to the back after his promo, he was instantly disappointed that the fans had turned on him. But he wasn't pissed. Okay, that's good, Hulk. Don't. I'm glad you weren't pissed that the fans are still booing you for being a racist piece of shit and never apologizing for it. He never apologized. Not properly, anyway. You can't. Oh, I just grew up in the neighborhood and people just said that stuff. No. Had it not been for him being there to promote his beer, he would have leaned into it a little bit more, brother. But he just had to get through the promotion of it all. But after thinking about it, a few good things came out of it. Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Lots of great things. It's very great to get booed. The fact that he was booed, everyone talked about it. Yeah, it's great publicity. Why was he booed, though? Oh, that's right. Oh, maybe not so good publicity, huh? And he's been in the wrestling business long enough to know that even a bad reaction goes a long way, because if they aren't cheering for you or booing you, they don't care at all. Sure, but it really does depend on why they're booing you, because there is a thing called go away heat. and where they will not just sit on their hands and be quiet and be indifferent. They will boo you out of that building. Ask X-Pac. He invented Go Away Heat. People love X-Pac now. They showed him twice on screen on Raw because he's that cool. I've met X-Pac, by the way. He is super cool, the coolest, but I digress. Hulk has actually been a great promotion. This has actually been a great promotion for this beer, and as quickly as he was disappointed, he thought about it a little bit more and is actually excited by how it turned out. Hulk is a businessman, and he is going to take advantage of the fans' reactions all the way to the bank. See that, folks? He's going to cash in on your reaction. He's going to take your reaction and make more fucking money out of it. Hulk Hogan said, I guess we're a little racist, and used the N-word while referring to his daughter's love life, and includes, oh no, that's just, that's not a quote. That's them now quoting what we played you earlier. There's Brooke, Jesus Christ. Look, close enough. We're done with that. What are we going to do with our Hulkster, friends? What are we going to do with this guy? Obviously, this is an icon of the 80s and of professional wrestling and of our childhood. Word on the street now is that WWE is going to be hesitant to put him back out in front of a live audience, or at least do, Hollywood Hogan or some kind of heel turn shtick gimmick. To me, just keep him off of WWE TV. I made the kind of boneheaded statement. I'm prone to do that from time to time. I'm not perfect, believe it or not. I know I look like it, but I'm not. I made the boneheaded statement that I thought it was actually a good deal that WWE partnered with Real American Beer and is a minority shareholder in it now, because it's actually kind of taken off. It's picking up steam. I thought, it's just the latest gimmick, and everybody's got a fucking beer and all that, but somehow, some way, Real American Beer has kind of picked up some steam in the marketplace. With the WWE machine behind it, it can pick up more steam and make more dollar bills, y'all. And believe it or not, Hulk Hogan has all the fans in the world still. He doesn't need you who hate him and boo him and call him a racist, because he's got plenty of other, probably mostly white people that will go to his beer signings and, get a picture with the Hulkster, brother. Grr. We'll kind of wrap it up here. I'd love to know your thoughts on the Hulk. Look, I'm all about redemption and forgiveness. I feel like personally, and this is just words from a wise man here, that that you have to offer people a path to redemption, otherwise they will never get better, right? Like the villain, the bad guy, the guy who does horrible things. If he does not have a path to redemption, if there is no road for him to redeem himself or get better, he will have no other choice but to live in the negativity, to continue down that road. If nobody, I'm not saying Hulk's going to go back to being a racist, but I think, you need to offer redemption to people. People need to be able to make good on things. The problem is Hulk has not made good on this. Apparently, all the word coming out of, I wasn't there, but the word coming out of the locker room after this happened and Hulk was eventually brought back, he did make his rounds, or he did do speak to the locker room as a whole. But he didn't really apologize. It was more about, you're a celebrity. You need to be cautious about what you say in public or even in private, because people could be recording. And that's not the lesson to learn from that, Hulk, brother. That's not the lesson to learn. If you take away from you being recorded saying racist shit, if your takeaway is, well, shit, I need to be smarter about what I say around people so I don't get recorded. No. The correct answer is, fuck, I'm a racist piece of shit. I need to work on this and figure it out. He said he's found Christ and all that. And I don't believe Hulk is a racist in his heart necessarily. but he comes from a previous generation, and he's self-admittedly grew up in an area where this was just how people talked. And I think that was probably ingrained in him for a long time. I don't think he looks at black people with disgust. I don't think he turns the other way when he sees a black guy coming. I don't think he's afraid to shake a black guy's hand. He was friendly with, lots of black people in the wrestling business. Booker T doesn't have any bad words about him. He worked with Dennis Rodman for a long time, and, plenty of others, right? All the black guys that Hulk Hogan went up against in WWE. You remember all the black guys, all of them, every one of them he worked with. There was a couple, right? Kamala, he worked with Kamala, didn't he? I assume he did. Kamala's a monster heel, and Hulk was the monster heel. They made the monster heel factory for Hulk. He worked with Zeus. Bad News Brown didn't get the shake that he was promised. I'm not sure why that didn't work out for him. It was just sweep it all under the rug. I don't know that he has racism in his heart, but he has a lot to atone for. I do believe that he was in a bad place at that time. Fucked his divorce, and he's fucking his buddy's wife, and his kid went to jail at that time for killing somebody or turning them into a vegetable. I think there is some grace that could be given to Hulk if he could just put any kind of effort into actually apologizing instead of just saying, well, you need to watch how you talk in front of people when you're a celebrity, or saying, well, it's just kind of how everybody talked when I was growing up. No, that's not an apology. That is not how it works. He really could have made a difference. He really could have got back on track, got on people's good graces, and he just didn't. So that's where it all comes from. That's why he's a racist. Not to mention he was talking about Kamala Harris, and you want me to body slam Kamala Harris?
You want me to body slam Kamala Harris? I said, do you want me to body slam Kamala Harris? You want me to drop the leg on Kamala? Is Kamala a chameleon? Is she Indian? Okay, I like it. How? I'm gonna get heat for that one, brother.
Yeah, no, that's not racist or anything. I mean, he caught it right away. Oh, well, it's gonna get me heat, brother. Well, you knew that. Why'd you say it? I've even seen people, well, how is that racist? Is Kamala an Indian? How? You don't see that as a little problematic, just slightly? I don't know. Maybe you could have, if you went, it would have stood out to you a little bit more, you fucking morons. It's racist. It's the tone, it's the delivery, it's what's behind it. And I don't know that Hulk will ever recover from this, but that's just my opinion. Love to know yours. Let me know your thoughts down in those comments below. Peace, love, and pizza. I'm your boy, Seth Grimes. Hit that subscribe button while you're down there commenting, and we'll catch you in the next video.
Let me tell you something, brother. Thanks for watching the video. Check out more great clips by hitting that subscribe button, dude. And while you're there, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to say your prayers and eat your vitamins, brother.